Okay, so just for finishing, Francisco, what about you? Tell me, how do you feel when you speak English?
Well, in my case, it depends on the kind of conversation. For instance, if I have an informal conversation with someone that I don't know, or doesn't matter if he's a native English speaker, if I understand, good. If I don't understand it, good. No, no problem. I don't feel nervous. But when I know that I will be holding a meeting with in my job, and I know it will be in English because sometimes I have some meeting with people from India, and
Oh,
it's complicated to understand them.
yeah.
Those meetings make me feel very nervous before
And
the
you feel that you haven't learned English.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
understand.
So I think in a formal situation or in a formal like in my job, I feel nervous. I still feel nervous. I don't feel prepared prepared to to have those meetings. But I try.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, and remember, as Nelson said, this is a process. And
Yeah.
with the practice, you are going to become more fluently. eh, Vocabulary, we never stop learning.
Yeah.
In each class, I learn new vocabulary. And then with the accent, you have your own accent. It depends on you, right? But yeah, it's a process. And then sometimes I remember that happened to me. I felt like I was like stuck, that I was not like progressing. And I was like, I felt that I was not learning. But no,
Mm.
then you realize you give like a big step that you have been learning, and it's a process. So we have to be very patient and continue practicing, and when you have the opportunity of speaking, do it, because there is when you have the time for practicing it, and that's good. Okay, so
Yes,
whenever you
yes.
have the opportunity.
When I started, or I set a goal to learn English, I remember that I thought it was okay. I'm gonna study 2 years and I'm gonna be bilingual. I thought, but and when 2 years
Happen or pass.
happened or passed, and I didn't feel like I'm a bilingual, so it's
Mhm.
made me frustrated. So I changed my mindset, and I know this is a process, maybe for the whole life, not only for the next year or the in 2 years. Uh,
Yeah.
it's a process. Like in Spanish, we speak Spanish, but we are still learning new words.
Yeah.
Imagine if you heard, or yeah, if you listen to people from Chile, you don't understand what they say. So
No.
it's similar in English. I know. Uh, I changed my mindset on it, so uh, I don't get frustrated. I know
Okay.
this is part of the process.
And that has to be the attitude. But imagine, in our case, we speak Spanish and we speak bad Spanish because we have vocabulary that we don't know where we took it. But when people compare like a Spanish person with a Salvadorian, we mispronounce, we have invented vocabulary. So it's really
Yeah,
frustrating, right?
yes, I just say even in Spanish we don't know uh, how we identify some word.
Exactly.
I,
The
yeah,
conjugation of verbs. We make a lot of mistakes with that.
yeah.
There are some programs, right? Where they go to the streets and start asking how to conjugate some verbs in Spanish. And then you get like, what? I don't know how to do it.
I think in Spanish we don't know in what tense we are talking because
No.
I think we
Mm-mm.
forget it. We learn it in
Just
at high
remember
school.
like pretérito imperfecto, because I
Yeah.
had the opportunity of teaching Spanish. But believe me, guys, teaching Spanish, It's complicated. I have to go to the grammar books because they ask questions and I don't have the answer. I just know that I use it, but I don't know like the grammar part. And it's really embarrassing, believe me. Yeah, so we are lucky that we have the first language, Spanish, because Spanish is more difficult than English, believe me, because we have a
Yeah.
lot of conjugations, a lot.
It's happened.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing your opinions, and I like when you participate. So, as I told you guys, we were talking yesterday the passive voice. I'm going to go quickly with the grammar part that I was using with Francisco. And maybe I told you that you can watch the video and try to see the examples that we were working on yesterday. And then we will go to one practice that yesterday Francisco was doing. And we are going to continue working on that. So we have the use of passive voice. That's what we were talking about. And it says that passive voice can feel complex at the beginning, but once you get the hang of it, the base constructions are the same. So it says then we have more information there, but then this is an overview of active versus passive voice. When I have a sentence in the active form. And then in this case, we are going to change the sentence into passive voice. But what is a passive voice? It says that a passive voice, the core idea of passive voice is that the focus of the sentence is on the object or person receiving the action, not the person, agent, doing the action. We form the passive voice with. ¿Cómo lo formamos? First, I have object receiving the action plus is, are, was, were, etc. plus past participle. In this case, we have to remember the past participle verbs plus by plus who made the action. But in this case, who made the action is optional. It's not necessary in all sentences. And here I have some examples. The sentence, it says, I made the cake. So I ask you, in this sentence, in the active sentence, what is the object of the sentence? I made the cake. What is the object? What is receiving the action? In I made the cake.
No, the cake.
The cake, very good, Nelson, the cake. So, in this case, I take the object, para hacerlo passive, I take the object, right? And then I continue with the other rules. The cake was made. Between parentheses, by me. It's not necessary to put that. You can just say the cake was made, and that's all. Because remember, in this case, the most important is the object, not the person or the agent. The other example, my father built this house. What is the object? This house or this home. This home was built by my father. He broke the bike. The bike was broken. Okay? So, including the section about the agent, by plus who made the action is optional. It depends on the context. The goal with passive voice is to emphasize the action. Okay, what is important in the passive voice is the action, not the agent. Okay, so adding the section about the agent can mean that you are restarting something that is already known or unnecessary. And here we have all tenses. So what we have to do is to pay attention to the tense, the active, y cómo lo voy a hacer en pasivo, right? So if I have simple present or present simple, I ride a bike. In the passive is gonna be a bike is riding. Why riding? Because I need the past participle of the verb. Okay. Next, continues. I am riding a bike. A bike is been riding. I rode a bike. A bike was riding. I was riding a bike. A bike was been riding. I have ridden a bike. A bike has been riding. Then I have been riding a bike. A bike has been riding. Then I had riding a bike. Oh, I said that one, right? I will ride a bike. A bike will be riding. Ridden, sorry, that is ridden. Sorry, ridden. I will have ridden a bike. A bike will have been ridden. Okay. So, esto es lo que tenemos que poner atención.
Yeah.
Que nos quede ahí, ¿verdad? Según el tiempo, ¿cómo lo voy a cambiar? Yes. So yesterday with Francisco, we were working on some exercises. I'm going to share with you the link. Did you work on the homework, Francisco?
Yes.
Okay, so we will do it. Just give me a minute. I'm going to share the link. I'm going to share this link to you. Here we have a practice with all tenses. So that's going to be very interesting for you guys. I will send it to the WhatsApp group too, so you can have it there in case we finish the class. Let's see.
Psychology.
Where is it here? Okay. So, yesterday we worked with Francisco. So maybe you can do it today or tomorrow. Part one is you have the sentence in present. So you have to put it, oh, we have it here. We have to put it in the passive voice. Example number 2. This shop is opened before 8. That's what you have to do, right? Then we have the past tense. Then we have this one in which we have some verbs. And what you have to do is to choose the correct verb and put the sentence into passive voice, okay? Now we will work. So maybe you, Zulma and Nelson, you can work on this later, right? 1,
Yeah.
2, and 3. Because right now we are going to work on the future simple or simple future, which is the same. ¿Cómo lo formamos? I need will, be, and the past participle. Example, well, complete these sentences with the verbs in brackets. Remember, brackets means like
Where?
space, right? Yeah. Use the future simple passive. And we have an example. Everything about you, I have between parentheses, monitor, will be monitored. Okay? So, here, your pulse in your bathroom, take. How can you make it? Give them some seconds. Francisco, let's give them some seconds for thinking about this. Nelson and Zulma, try to do the next one, please. Aquí está cómo lo voy a hacer. ¿Qué necesito? Will, be, and past participle.
Okay, just we are to add be and okay, and your pools be taken in your bathroom.
Algo nos falta.
Your pools will be.
There
Will
you go.
be.
Your pools will be taken.
Taken.
¿Por qué taken? Porque tengo que usar
So paso paso.
participio, right? Your pools will be taken in your bathroom. Thank you so much. Number 3, Francisco.
Number 3, your weight will be checked by
Okay.
bathroom
Check.
scale checked. Okay, checked by bathroom scales built into the floor.
Okay, thank you. Sulma, the next one, please.
Your kitchen robot will be set up to make your tea when you get up.
Okay, so what about in this case with the verb?
Set up. It is same, the past participle, right?
Ajá, muy bien. Set up, right? You have that one, Francisco, the same?
Yeah.
Okay,
the
perfect.
same.
This is like the verb cut, the same, right? Cut,
Right.
set, set, set.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's the same verb.
Thank you. Nelson, please.
Yeah, your food, I know the number, oh no, optimized. Okay. Your daily menu will be optimized to match your
Optimize
activities.
Okay, thank you. Next, Francisco.
Your food will be ordered online by your fridge.
Okay, thank you. Sulma.
Your pizza will be made, made,
Made.
made by a 3D printer.
Okay. Next, Nelson.
Next is solar panels and will be built into building materials to power your house.
Okay, thank you. Next, Francisco.
Your feelings will be analyzed by sensors in your mobile phone.
Okay, thank you. And the last one, please.
And everything will be tailored to your own needs.
Okay, thank you. Then we have continuous. How do we form it? We need is, are, being, and past participle. So please, can you work on that right now? It says, read the story and turn the sentences into present continuous passive. So you will read the story and then you will make the sentences into a passive. So could you please work on this part, and when you finish, let me know, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
I finished, teacher.
Sorry, I was mute. All right. I think that was a little bit difficult, right?
Yeah. I
Yes,
couldn't to catch
it is.
all the idea. No. Just number 3, I think, or 2. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a little bit difficult to confuse.
And you, Salma?
Just 4, I believe.
Okay, that's fine. Don't worry.
The grammar is
Yeah,
all.
because
Yeah.
what you have to do is to be based on the reading, and then you have to complete that information. But let's try to do it together. So
Yeah,
we
please.
have the first one. Mary is reading Peter's letter, right? To reach Mary, Peter is piloting a plane. Mary is driving a car to reach Peter. In their prospective travel, they are missing their appointment. Mary's friends are calling Peter. Peter is finding ways to make about turn. He's taking, many gifts for Mary. On his arrival, Mary is meeting Peter. All their friends are singing a few songs to celebrate this event. Finally, I hope you are enjoying this strange story. Okay, so let's go. The first one, it's done, right? Peter's letter is being read by Mary. To reach Mary, a plane. What do you think?
I have plan is being pilot. I don't know how can I say it past.
In past, right? Piloted
Pilot. Yeah.
by Peter.
I Peter
Then we have a car. What do you have?
is being driven.
Is being
Drove.
driven.
Driving. I'm
Driving.
sorry.
Driven. It's been driven by Mary to reach Peter. In their respective travels, their appointment
Are being missed.
It's a big missile.
is, I would say, is singular. Zulma, it's just one appointment. Is being, I'm sorry, is being
Missed.
missed.
Mhm.
Peter,
It's been called.
Is being called.
Called.
Hold.
by
called.
Mary's friends.
Friend.
Okay. Ways
Are being
Mary.
found.
are being
Found.
instead of found. Where is it?
Found.
Found.
Finding found. Mhm.
By Peter to make about turn. Many gifts
Are
being
Many gifts are being taken.
taken. Very good. By
Take.
him for Mary. Good. On his arrival, Peter
Is being met.
is being met
being met
by
by Mary. A few songs
are being
sung.
sung, right? By all their friends to celebrate this event. Finally, I hope this strange story
Is being enjoyed.
is being enjoyed by you, right? This is optional. That's why it is between parentheses. So we are going to stop here, and tomorrow we are going to continue with present perfect. We are missing present perfect, and that's all. And then we will go to the book because we have some exercise that we have to do, okay? So we are going to stop here. Thank you so much. Remember, if you have time for watching the video, maybe you have some doubts about it, or I can send this link also to you. Give me a minute. I'm gonna send this link in which we have the extra information. I will send it to the WhatsApp group, okay? So maybe you can review and check the information that we have there, okay? So we are going to stop here. Thank you so much for participating and for joining the class. So I hope to see you tomorrow, and I hope that you can rest, okay? Good
Thank
night
you.
to all of you.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Bye.
Good
Bye.
night. Bye bye.